Hi, my name is Troy Anderson. I'm the owner of Anderson Training Systems. And it's been a while since I shot anything, but in relation to Strongman. But I got the big tire out here this afternoon, and I wanted to share a little bit with you. I think it's an excellent tool for doing a lot of different things, and I wanted to give you a few tips that I'm using, since I'm using this part of my one of my fitness goals is to be able to flip this tire. It's around 700-800 pound tire 20 consecutive times. I'm going to give you a few tips on how you might be able to get into tire flipping, and if that's something you want to get into. Obviously, many people think tire flipping looks cool. It's a great exercise, but probably one of the problems is many people have with it is they don't have a place to put it. I'm lucky enough to have a place in my yard and a wife that allows me to keep that. Some of you may or may not. If you don't have that situation, that makes tire flipping a little bit more difficult unless you can find a buddy or something to help store one for you. Like many people have said before, they're free. And now on to the real benefit of tire flipping is that they're an excellent tool. For many of those that want to do Olympic style lifts or want to do kind of explosive lifting, tire flipping is a perfect way to get into this. It's far less technical, although it does have some technical demands to it than other drills, and it's an excellent tool. You can get a lot of conditioning out if you do for repetitions, just vary the size of your tire. I've got a couple. I've got this larger one and a smaller one. That's about all you need. You don't need to have a ton of different size tires. Now you can see my hands are kind of taped here today. This is in reference if you're on asphalt, and sometimes your tires will have deviance where you have a hard time getting your hands underneath them. And if you have that trouble, and you're working on asphalt like I am here, you'll start to get rub on your fingers here. So basically what I've done is tape these off. As with any kind of movement, whether it's a deadlift or a tire flip, the setup is most important, and part of the setup for a tire flip is actually getting your grip on it, and that's why you have to get that grip to be as comfortable and as secure and solid as possible. You've seen a lot of other people. I'm going to show you a setup here before I actually get into my lifting. Most people they'll talk about when they try to deadlift the tire, which is the appropriate thing. You actually want to have a nice solid trunk angle and lean into the tire, actually be away from the tire instead of trying to be up vertical on it. You want to lean the chest in and get a good solid grip and actually lift up and simultaneously drive through the tire, that explosiveness. Once you've developed that technique to some degree of proficiency, that's the part where you can get into the really intense and kind of almost violent process of flipping multiple times through the tire. Like I said, my goal, this is a very challenging tire for me. My goal is to perform 20 flips. So what I've done here is, with my protocols for moving into this, is I'm going to do a ladder format. So I'm going to do a ladder today of 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to shoot 1, and then I'm going to show you 2 and 3 here subsequently after a short rest. So let's go ahead and get into the single. So I'm going to get into a good setup position. I'm going to get a good solid grip from here. I'm going to lean into it. I'm coming up off the ground and drive that knee through. As I lift up to that high point, that's when I have to become explosive with the hips, drive the knee, and push over. I'm going to transition the hands from this position to here. That's where people get a little bit stuck up sometimes, is transitioning those hands. So that's my single flip. I'll be back for numbers 2. So I've given myself about 1 minute to 2 minutes rest here, and I'm back for flips 2, this second series of flips, which is going to be 2 flips in a row. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. And that's my second series of flips. Okay, I've waited another 1 or 2 minutes here, and I'm going to finish this off with my third series of 3 repetitions. If you don't have a lot of space and would like to do multiple repetitions, one way I'm going to show you here towards the end of this one is that you can do your flip and then walk around to the other side and do another flip. Obviously, if you're preparing for a contest, you want to do a series of flips, but if you're just doing this for general fitness and strength gain and something that you enjoy doing, there's no problem with taking the pause that it takes to walk around to the other side of the tire and flip it back. So I'm going to get into my 3 flips now. So this has been my series of tire flipping. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's something a little bit different that I haven't put out in a while. And we'll maybe be doing some more strongman type stuff, maybe looking into a little bit of the, maybe some log clean and press, maybe some more tire flipping tips and secrets. and things along those lines. So be sure to stop by AndersonTrainingSystems.com to check out any videos or articles that you may be interested in, and then hope you enjoyed this.